Festina lent, meaning make haste slowly. I know it sounds contradicting, but this changed my entire perspective on productivity. Let me tell you why. We all get stuck in the same trap when starting a new project. Either we prepare forever without taking action, or we take action way too fast without any real preparation. But both of these approaches are productivity killers. Over-preparing is just procrastination disguised as productivity, while rushing in means you're constantly fixing mistakes that you could have easily avoided with a little bit of preparation. The Festina lent philosophy creates the perfect balance between the two, mixing both preparation and immediate action. After 6 months of mastering this concept, I'll show you my 3-step PAG framework, so you stop wasting time and start getting real productive results. I learned this framework after making this one big mistake for over half a year. In trying to find the perfect lead generation system for my business, I noticed that I was actually just really wasting my time. That's because there was one thing that I completely forgot about that I only could have known if I actually took real hasty action. So back in the day, I made 3D product visualizations for clients. It was mostly like product listings on Amazon and stuff like that, and I mostly got my clientele from Fiverr and word of mouth. And while that worked for a while, it was not really that consistent, because some months I would just work the entire month with a lot of clients, but other months there were just 0 clients, and I was broke. And that was a problem because next year I was about to graduate, and the last thing that I wanted to do was work a 9-to-5 job after I graduate. I just wanted to live off my own business. So I had to find a better way to generate leads, or else I would be stuck doing a 9-to-5 after I graduate. The problem was that I spent literal months trying to search for the perfect lead generation system. I was honestly just so scared that I couldn't find leads that I spent months over analyzing the best frameworks, best methods, best tactics, best outreach systems that there were on like YouTube, on blogs, on everywhere. I genuinely thought that I was being productive because I was researching for so long for the best lead generation system. And while some researching is important, the problem was that I was wasting my time for 6 whole months. I was researching for 6 months. But either way, after all this lead generation preparation, I finally got started with it. But then after doing this for just a couple months, I realized that I didn't even like my business anymore. I spent months trying to figure out how to get leads for my business without even thinking if I wanted to do this business long term. I did not want to help big corporations with 3D product visualizations. I want to help actual individuals out in a meaningful way. So then after months of trying, I just decided that I was not going to continue with this 3D product visualization business, and then I started this YouTube channel. Imagine if I would have just done the basic research, slow and careful, but just the foundation, and then immediately took action with haste. How faster I would have then come to the conclusion that I didn't even want to pursue this business to begin with. This would have been way more productive than me like researching for half a year, trying to find a perfect lead generation system, and calling it productivity, but actually just glorified procrastination. This doesn't mean that your problem along the way is like not wanting to pursue your business anymore. It could be just really small things along the way. But those things you learn to fix while you are in the action phase and not necessarily in the preparation phase. Now, how do you incorporate this philosophy in your workflow when trying to start out new projects? We do this with the PAG framework. First, we prepare your foundation of the thing that you want to execute on for like 1 week. Take it slow and concrete. It's okay if it's not perfect, 80% is good enough. You need just enough preparation to just immediately get started with haste. Then you ask a friend who's also in the same grind as you for their opinion. Ask if there are any notable holes in the foundation, or if it's good enough to start taking action. We ask a friend because usually when we prepare, we are in so much tunnel vision that we kind of get distracted of the big picture. Your friend doesn't have that tunnel vision and sees the big picture more clearly. He can give you a more objective observation and opinion if the preparation that you have done for the foundation is already good enough to start taking action or not. Then you go. If your friend found notable holes, go back to the preparation phase and prepare again for a week until all holes are filled, and then ask your friend the same opinion again. If your friend says it's good enough to take action, well then go execute your action and don't try to look back trying to tweak things. Only tweak things if you notice while executing that some things aren't working out. If you don't have a friend that is on the same grind as you to ask for feedback, you can just join a Discord and meet up and ask like-minded people who are in the same path as you for feedback. Link in bio.